This is the Conversation Havers podcast with your hosts, Collin Hayes and Trey Cromartie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 32nd episode of the Conversation Havers podcast. My name is Collin.
And my name's Trey. And we're about to turn this home into the Conversation Havers podcast.
I'm intrigued.
Because our listeners are going to like the show so much, it's going to be like a hive, like a beehive. They're going to be like, whoa.
Okay.
That's where I was taking that.
I didn't know where you were taking that at all.
Because I like the way you said it, I heard hivers a little bit inside the havers, and I was like,
Hive is what Barack Obama on Twitter, his name is Saving the Bees. Mm-hmm. And so he calls like his fan group the Hive.
Yeah. In the future hive. But anyways, so I haven't done this in a little bit, but I'm going to start the podcast off with an interesting fact.
Ooh.
And it is, in 1999, Furbies were banned from the National Security Agency's Maryland headquarters because it was feared the toys might repeat national secrets. And I just really like the imagery of them, like, having a Furby in a dark room and it telling them about nuke codes or some shit.
Yeah, the Chinese are just planting Furbies inside of, like, U.S. headquarters.
Mm-hmm. In 1999. I mean, they have recorded.
That's a very 1999 statement, too. Like,
yeah.
There are not many things that... I mean, they brought back Furbies, 5 years ago now?
Yeah, something like that. I remember I had one out of, like, a McDonald's meal, which I guess doesn't really count, but...
Like a real Furby?
No.
They put a whole-ass Furby in a McDonald's meal?
No, it's just a mini Furby.
Yeah. No, I did have a Furby at one point, and it was kind of terrifying, and I don't know what happened to him. He's probably still somewhere in storage repeating odd phrases and shit, so...
Yeah. I mean, it would have died of battery. Its battery would have died by now.
I was about to say, you referred to that as if it was like a living, breathing human, and I was like, oh my fucking God.
I was doing caveman speak. Yeah, no, them hoes were creepy, like the eyelids on them bitches.
Yeah, I mean, that's
just one of those stupid things that everyone liked.
Yeah, so many things were like just absolutely unnerving about Furbies, and I don't know, it was just terrifying, man. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
So what would you say is your favorite toy growing up that you had?
My favorite. Okay, I had. And I don't even know if this is my favorite, but this is, like, one of my favorites, and it's the first that it immediately shot into mind. I had one of those toys that, like, it's one way, and then you flip it inside out, and it's the other way.
Yeah.
And it was of Larry the Cucumber, and when you flipped it inside out, it was Larry Man.
Damn, what the fuck? Wait, was this, like, a plushie? Or...
Yeah, it was a plushie.
Damn, Larry Man's the shit. Even though the Fib used to scare the shit out of me. That one, like, movie.
Yeah, bro, I don't know.
He's like, I know you've been lying. And it's like, I remember, like, the way his voice is all modulated and he's big as fuck. Like, something about that creeped me out a lot.
I heavily fucked with, like, the rumor weed didn't have to go as hard as they did.
I remember that one, but I don't... Like, I remember the Fib from Outer Space, like, the most.
Yeah.
The Rumor Weed, I remember a little bit.
Rumor Weed was, like, the one I watched. I watched so much VeggieTales when I was growing up.
Yeah.
My parents were like, okay, we're just going to, instead of, like, teaching about shit ourselves, we're just going to let them watch VeggieTales.
Well, I feel like they only had, like, 5 episodes. Like, because that's all I ever saw.
Well, your parents probably just got a disc with, like, 1 season on it.
Probably.
And then just,
well, it was a VHS tape.
Yeah, VHS.
Don't get it twisted.
Sorry. I think mine was VHS, too. But that's what it was, like, my parents bought a season of Power Rangers Dino Thunder. And so I would watch the same 4 episodes over and fucking over again in the car on road trips and shit like that for like hours. Because those episodes are only like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, every fucking time I was equally as hyped.
For some reason, kids can just do that. They can enjoy the same thing. Wait, but to be honest, I feel like I can still do that a little bit. Like
I can too.
Whenever I was watching the Terminator those couple weeks back, and like you would come in, and I showed you Terminator, and then like another person would come by, and I'd be like, "Let's watch Terminator."
Yeah, I don't know. It was just like, I feel like it was for years, and I can do it with things like that, but I can't do it as long.
No, not at all, not nearly.
Like I can watch Star Wars a few times, but like I couldn't watch Star Wars 3 times in a row on a road trip.
No, fuck no.
Like I would lose my goddamn mind. But when I was like little, watching Power Rangers, bro, I mean, that was it. It was like Power Rangers. We had Hamtaro.
Oh shit, that's one of those. I think that may have been like the first, not the first anime I ever saw, but the first anime I ever watched, like unintentionally, just because it was on, and I was like,
I don't even know if
hamsters.
Hamtaro officially counts as.
It's definitely an anime. I would count it as an anime.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in forever, but I mean, it's Japanese.
The last time I watched it was actually in elementary school. They showed us an episode of Hamtaro. And I have no fucking... Like, they gathered us all in that little like, conference room. Mm-hmm. Like, the same place we watched the puberty video.
For your hamster studies class?
No, they just showed us Hamtaro, like, just 1 or 2 episodes. And I was
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Like, awesome.
What happened in the episodes?
I don't even remember.
Well, aren't you supposed to be the one with the good memory on the podcast, bro?
I am... Okay, the only thing I could tell you about Hamtaro is that they had, like... The owners thought that they were just regular hamsters, and then, like, when the owners weren't around, they'd go to, like, this massive, like, underground
hamster orgy
dojo.
Oh, yeah, by the way, Dill's laying on the other side of the room, so I was waiting to, like, I was hoping we would say something so he could laugh. I would just like an extra laugh in the background.
This episode of the Conversation Havers podcast was filmed in front of a live studio Dylan.
Yeah. Audience. What would you call that?
Audient. I don't know.
Audience, yeah. Was filmed in front of a I like that. Oh, but okay, so speaking of Larry Mann, you brought up Larry Mann. First of all, horrible secret identity. He's fucking stupid as shit.
He goes from Larry to Larry Man. It's just like, hey, Larry the cucumber, are you Larry Man? It's like, no.
They're like, all right, bet. But
it's like, you're the only fucking cucumber named Larry around these parts, bitch. We know you're Larry Man.
But that just reminded me of... So, like, in that, it's like a parody of Batman, Larry Man, and, like, as a kid, I feel like before I really started reading the comics, I knew the character of Batman, but I didn't know him that well. So, like, I just remember, you were talking about toys we had as a kid. Mm-hmm. I had a bunch of, like, the 1989 Batman toys, and, like, he's so fat. Like, his toy, like, every single one of them, he's got, like, a giant beer belly, like, for some reason. Even though it's, like, abs on top, you can tell it's just, like, Bruce Wayne's, like, fat underneath, and he just wears, like, the, like, sculpted ab plating over it. And I really like that idea.
There are people that look like that. Like, that's a thing, like...
Oh, barrel-chested motherfuckers?
Like, well, no, like, have you ever seen, like... Stephen Reeves' dad. Well, I don't know what reason you have to see Stephen Reeves' dad shirtless, but like
I'm pretty sure I have though, because he's a cyclist, and I remember him like coming to Stephen's house, with his shirt off like, and all sweaty.
Yeah, he does like triathlons and shit like that, and he's like got a 6-pack, but he's also got a little bit of a beer gut. Yeah,
that's a weird dichotomy.
Yeah,
I'm not exactly sure how that works, but I mean, no, I think I do. I guess it's like the muscles on top are shaped, but then the gut underneath is still large.
Yeah, I mean,
but that would be my version of Batman. Like in a movie, I would make him overweight.
Fat Thor, you can still see his 6-pack.
But Thor, I mean, that's true. But Thor is he's a god and all that. Like, I think it'd be funnier to have an overweight Batman.
Yeah, I was gonna be Fat Thor for Halloween, but I just didn't have a reason to dress up.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, I'm gonna go buy this costume, and then
Yeah.
Not do like the best. I mean, you could go to a bar.
Fat Thor costume.
You could just go to a bar.
Yeah.
Like that's. I mean, pretty much. I feel like that's most young adults' options. I mean, because like I don't really go to parties anymore. Like I know like Dill goes to parties sometimes, but it's like I'm 21 now. Like if I go to a party with a bunch of like 18-year-olds, it's like I just feel like that's weird, especially if I don't know them. Like that's just not the vibe I want to be giving off. Like, hey guys, I'm cute. I don't know.
I've been to like a few. I mean, there's even a joke about people who are like 21 and still go to high school parties. It's like I've been to a few college parties. Mm-hmm. But I mean, for the most part, I just don't really care for parties.
Yeah, that too.
Like,
I'd much rather just have people over here and just chill.
Yeah, I mean, because with it's like you don't even have to do anything bad, but with parties, you're scared that someone's going to call the cops, you know?
Well, the cops always come. Like, the majority of the time, the cops show up. Like,
it's just you and a few of your buddies drinking, and all of you are 21.
Oh, but
no one's going to show up and be like, hey.
As long as you're not just completely fucking belligerent, just
like us watching Big Mama's House.
That wasn't, you gotta admit, that wasn't that crazy though. Like, we were talking, but we weren't like stomping around. Like, we weren't completely.
Yeah, I mean.
Like, obliterated. I wasn't even close. Like, I don't even know. I've never even gotten like that level of drunk before.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, the other night, for the very first time, I finally had like that thing like you were talking about where you're just like, yeah, that's enough. Like, your brain just automatically
It's an alarm. It's kind of just like it's just like, no more. Stop here.
I had never had that because, like, I don't drink, really. Mm-hmm. And even when I do, I'm such, like, a heavyweight that I don't know my limit very well. So usually it's just like, I'll just keep going and going and be like, I'm fine. I'm fucking blackout drunk. Or I've never really been blackout drunk, but, like, I'm all wasted all of a sudden, you know? And so I never knew my limits well enough to do that. But then this past Saturday night, I was in Stephenville with some friends. Mm-hmm. And, like, it just, I don't know, I was drinking and we were playing this drinking game where you put, like, the main premise is you put cards under a beer tab, and whichever card cracks the beer tab, you have to chug the beer. And there's a bunch of other, like, rules that go with what cards you draw and all that stuff. It's pretty fun.
What's this game called?
It might literally just be called...
Flip beer card drink!
It might be called, like, Pop Top or something like that. I don't remember. Anyways, not because I was drunk, just because I didn't care. Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't have to defend yourself to us for your lack of memory.
Okay. So anyways, I was playing and I stuck a card under it and it, like, cracked the beer and I had to chug it.
Cracked the beer?
Like, you know, like you pop it, you know? And so my card was the final straw before, like,
yeah.
And so
so you're putting cards underneath the tab.
Yeah,
okay,
tab.
Okay.
And so my card was the last straw, and it popped, and so I had to chug it, and I chugged that, and I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to drink anything else.
Yeah. No, I remember whenever we were watching Big Mama's House, I took that last shot and my gag reflex went into but I held it back and I was like, all right, I'm done. Yeah.
That happened to me too that night. It was like, I had never had that after, like, taking a shot and it's just, you take it and all of a sudden it's
like just for a second.
Yeah, like there was nothing behind it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. So we went to the mall last night.
Yeah, we went to the mall.
And I mean, it wasn't super eventful, but like...
Nah, I just go to the mall just to go out, I guess, just to be somewhere.
Yeah. But we did go into the Lego store.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do it as our avatars for this episode. We built, like, just fucking Lego men. It was a pretty empty store. They were like an hour from close.
Yeah.
And
we
no
were
one's
just in
going
there
to the
building
Lego
Legos.
store that late at night. And so we were just in there building like Lego men because they had like build your own Lego men thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't know. I fucked with it, but like, yeah. If you when y'all see the screen card and you're like, why are they Legos and what Legos are they? That's the answer. Mine's the guy with the mustache.
Somebody's uncle.
Yeah, I nicknamed him somebody's uncle because he wasn't my uncle, but he looks like somebody's uncle.
Oh yeah, he's definitely somebody's uncle.
Yeah.
But do you think he looked like a good uncle to me? You know how it's like the stereotype that molester uncle. It's like your uncle. He seemed like a genuinely good dude.
He had a mustache. He had a friendly smile. He had like his little flannel on.
Yeah, he seemed like a genuinely cool boomer. You know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I'd wanna hang out with that uncle.
Yeah, for sure. I'd have a beer with him. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I'm gonna describe mine. Mine was like a weird clown. That's about all I can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a weird clown. Oh, wait. All right, so is there any way you can edit together, like... All right, I'm just going to start describing them, and then I'm going to leave the editing to you.
Oh, God.
And I'll send you all the pictures. But, like,
Okay,
so there's Chad.
16 minutes in. Okay.
So there's Chad. I made Chad, but he's bald. So he's not blonde like the normal Chad, but he's my version of Chad. And yeah, he's Chad. And then the other one was like this bunny person. There was a whole lot of different ones. I made an emo goth GF. It was fucking lit. So, I if you're ever bored, go to your nearest Lego store with some friends and just go. They have a little open area where you can just make shit. Do that.
I'm very confused what you want me to edit in there.
The pictures that I sent, like I took pictures of all of them.
Oh, you mean just put the pictures in there?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And then, but all right, so we got Chad. We get and like as I'm saying this right now, I want you to be cutting to the pictures.
It's the same thing I did with Vibin' in the Ritz car last episode. Okay. Every time somebody says Vibin' in the Ritz car, it pops up for the duration of the time that they're saying Vibin' in the Ritz car.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm gonna have to do it for this episode too.
But okay, so we got Chad, we got the bunny person, we got the uncle, we got
girlfriend, bitch.
What?
I said the goth girlfriend.
Yeah, we got the goth girl. Mm-hmm. We got Chad. We got the bunny person. We got somebody's uncle. Mm-hmm. We got Chad.
The nigga with the trident.
We got the trident dude. I didn't get the picture of him holding the trident, but I got a picture of him without the trident. I know that's. I'm sorry.
I'll give him a fake trident.
Yes, please go to Microsoft Paint and draw a trident in his hand. So this I'm gonna like the YouTube version because it's gonna just be cutting back and forth. Just
you're literally just gonna be putting me through hell this whole time.
I'll edit it.
Do you know how to?
I'll edit those parts because I can figure it out.
Okay. So yeah, I mean.
Yeah. After the Lego store.
Yeah,
we left and Collin was like,
I don't even think this is. We were fucking dying last night, but like, we left the Lego store and I was like, "Hey man, I'm kind of hungry." Like, I had like a little bit to eat that day, so I wasn't like really hungry, but I was like, like I could use some fries or like maybe a shake. And Trey's like, "Oh, you are hungry. Say no more." He looks around. The first place he sees is fucking Taco Cabana, and he's just like, we're going to Taco Cabana. And I was like, oh, what? And he just like turns into Taco Cabana. And he was like, okay, Collin, what do you want? And I'm like, I have no fucking clue, bro. Like,
was that like your second time ever at Taco Cabana?
Literally the second time ever at Taco Cabana. The last time we went to Taco Cabana I was with you, and it was when my family came back from when we went to Galveston, and we were on our way back from Galveston. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, it was like, I just remember it being better than Taco Bell, but like...
Yeah, I don't really have a solid opinion on Taco Cabana. It's Mexican food. Like, that's about all I can say.
I will say I got the ground beef burrito
So
bowl.
Dill is a Taco Cabana supporter.
Taco Cabana smacks.
Okay,
All right.
I feel that.
I got the ground beef burrito bowl or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie, that kind of smacked. Like,
Ooh. We
It's
may
like-
have created a Taco Cabana stand.
yeah.
Taco Cabana.
It was only like $5.50 too.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing about like the bowls is that you can eat the bowls.
What?
Yeah, bro.
It's kind of like a tostada, but bowl form.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hey, yo. One sec. I have this, like, Burger King discount sheet, and I was thinking, I cut off one of them when we used it, but, like, should we use it as, like, a giveaway item for, like, the podcast? I'm just winging it right now. I just, like, it's laying right over there on that counter, and I want to go get it and read. So I'm just going to get it.
Okay. Apparently, this episode of the podcast is brought to you by Burger King.
Yeah, this is a unique episode. All right, so I'm gonna go through every single one, okay?
Okay.
Every single one.
Holy shit, there's like 30 of them.
Okay. So, first of all, this is a good deal right here. It's the $12.99 family bundle.
Keep it together.
It's 3 Whopper sandwiches, 3 cheeseburgers, and 3 small French fries for $13.
You don't say. That's a pretty amazing deal, Trey.
And then with this one, you get a free Whopper with the purchase of a Whopper.
Yeah, that one's pretty straightforward, but still a great deal.
$8.99 Whopper meal for 2 Whopper sandwiches, 2 small French fries, and 2 soft drinks.
Wow.
But for me, I would substitute the soft drinks with water.
Wow. That's right. Drink water.
Yeah. All right, I'm actually not going to go
Yeah,
all the
okay.
way through this, but
We are like 3 out of 30. Like,
wait.
you can
1,
do
2, 3, 4,
multiplication,
5.
Trey.
Yeah, so there's
There's
5 by 5.
24.
24, that's how many? Oh,
Because
yeah.
one is missing.
You fucking right. This man, thank God you were here to do math for me.
God forbid he says there's 25 deals on there. Ugh.
But yeah, what do you think we should do for the giveaway? Like how
I don't know.
we had nothing but oh shit, wait. This is a whole I've been looking for fucking for posters for the apartment. Fuck yeah. Free 4-piece nugget.
The back is for a free 4-piece nugget.
And it looks like a fucking poster. Hell yeah.
If that's really how you want to decorate your apartment, I'm not going to stop you.
Hey, I remember in my brother's house back in the day, and he may still have it. But he had a Burger King bag in a glass case on the wall, which I really admired.
That's a very bold decoration choice. Not even going to lie.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. We need to start pushing the limits of what podcasts can be. Like, I wanna do a fucking
I want to do...
roller coaster podcast.
We just go on a roller
And
coaster
try
with
to-
microphone.
Yes, and try to talk.
He said, bro,
We'd have to do that with our phones, though. And
We could do
record
that.
it, because we couldn't take a laptop and 2 microphones on.
I mean, we could. If
Would you be able to
think
hear shit?
about
Like,
it.
if we went on the boardwalk
just be
bullet.
wind, dude.
Yeah.
But listen, you would hear our voices through it.
The boardwalk
I
bullet
guarantee
in Kima.
You would hear
It's
our
like
voices.
so-
We would be like, so I went to go see this movie, and as that shit is.
It slows down and it's just like, leave me on. We just rent out a section of the boardwalk bullet for like 2 hours.
2 fucking
That
straight
would be
hours. But that
so-
would just get boring after
Yeah.
a while.
Also, like, no one would want to listen to that.
You never know, bro. There are people out there, I guarantee you, that are searching. They're digging in the internet mines. They're trying to find some gold. And
We're what you would call experimental podcasters.
I'm being dead ass though. Okay, let's do it on the Ferris wheel.
I feel like that's reasonable.
Yeah. Oh, dude, can you imagine the ambient like noise? That would be so sick.
Yeah.
We should go to fuck this podcast. Pause it right now. Let's go to Kima right now and continue the podcast. I'm being so serious right now. Okay, maybe not, but we'll have to plan it.
That would be awesome, but I'm too broke to ride a Ferris wheel.
Just feel like, hey, literally just right now, it's like silence. Hey, we're on a fucking Ferris wheel, like, and then take some videos, all that shit. But I don't even know, man. I just like derailing the podcast. I like just going off in crazy directions.
Let's just do that at one point, though, like completely unannounced.
Oh, hell yes. I'm down.
Like, not now.
To ride a Ferris wheel?
Probably like $5 to ride a Ferris wheel.
Well, you need to get like an everyday, or we could. Is there like hour passes or something?
No, I think it's all day, and those are like $20.
So we would have to go all day. It would just have to be a Kima podcast.
If we went right now, well, we could because there's no one at Kima at 2:00 on a Tuesday.
Yeah,
but like
that'd be a good time to go then.
Yeah, but we could probably just go on loop. Like they just, yeah, like no one's gonna be in line to ride the Ferris wheel, so we just say, hey, just keep going.
I think we might be able to ride the Pharaoh's Fury and record. We need to go get a mini recorder.
Yeah,
and I think we could do that. And like, here's the thing: I literally don't ride roller coasters, but I'm willing to do it for this podcast. Like, and record it. But yeah, I mean, what do you think, Dill?
I love roller coasters. Absolutely love them.
I feel like I could learn to love them. Because I delivered a pizza to a Santa Claus at Kima yesterday, or the other day or whatever. Mm-hmm. And whenever I was like walking around, I loved the vibes. Like, it was a bright sunny day and everyone at the fucking theme park. That was fun. But like, I saw people like riding the bullet, and I was like, you know what? That doesn't even seem that bad. Like, the last time I was on a roller coaster, I was like 9 years old, and I was like screaming the whole time. And it's like,
but that's the fun. Like, I won't even be scared screaming.
Well, I was scared screaming. I wasn't screaming because I was having fun. I was screaming just because I was not having fun. But like,
I want to go to like Six Flags.
Six Flags?
Yeah.
Astro World?
Bro,
they're reopening it. Or not reopening it, but like they're making a new version of it or something like that.
Good, they should.
But I want to go to Six Flags. Like, I've been before, but when I went, like, I had like a stomach bug.
Oh.
So like, I rode some rides, but like some rides I was just like, I feel like I'm gonna shit myself. I ride this ride right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I was a kid, you know? So I want to go back with my cousin's down, you know, it's like something to do. Mm-hmm. And like, it's a drive there.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck it, like, let's get some snacks and let's get on the road and go.
Hell yeah. But then your stomach was like, oh fuck!
Yeah. But now that we're older, it's like, it's easy, we got our own money, we can do it on our own time. Mm-hmm. It's like, it's lit.
And your stomach won't be...
And my stomach won't be acting shit.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so I do want to do that though.
We need to let's see, we could go, I say we go to a club and record just like a loud ass.
Just we need to make a new thing, is just every episode there's like a 5-minute intermission of just us in a random ass place.
I'm definitely down to do that. We can go to a gas station and like buy some condoms while holding hands. We can go to fucking
What you got?
Like was it you and Ryan Henderson that did that in like 7th grade?
Was it me and Ryan? I'm pretty sure I did it with someone else.
No, because I know Ryan did it, but I wasn't sure if you did it.
I don't know if I ever did it. I think we just all kind of came up with the idea. And it was at that CVS.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just went in Ryan went in holding hands and like tried to buy condoms, and we were like fucking 11. That shit was that's some good meme.
quality comedy right there. Just
Yeah.
absolute peak fucking comedy. Nothing matches up to
Yeah,
that.
because what are you supposed to do? Like, in the cashier's position, like, two fucking 11-year-olds want to go fuck each other in the ass.
Are you gonna deny them?
Are you gonna let them get AIDS? Like,
I don't know if that's how AIDS works, but
I mean,
one of them would already have to have AIDS.
I thought if you get poo-poo on your dick, it equals AIDS.
I don't believe
I'm-
that's the case, Trey.
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Viewer question. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I would do as a cashier in that situation, but it's definitely like,
I'd be like, hey, no.
yeah. Okay. So one thing.
Thank you for having a list of
Yeah.
things.
So, well, a lot of it is irrelevant because we're not actually discussing the Mandalorian.
We were gonna watch that, but it's just we don't have enough time.
So, I do want to say everybody should watch the Mandalorian, and we will discuss it eventually. Right now, it's about halfway through the season.
Is it all directed by Jon Favreau?
No, the first episode, it's all for the most part different directors. A few returning, but I think it's. I want to say the first season is 8 episodes long. Maybe 10.
I like how people were treating like the Baby Yoda as if it was a spoiler, and now it's like completely. You can't go anywhere.
You
without
had
seeing
to have watched it in like the first like 2 or 3 days if you didn't want it spoiled.
it. Yeah, well, it's. I mean, it's not even really a spoiler. Like, I still don't know anything about.
It was just the
Story.
fact that he was going to be in it.
Yeah.
And so, actually, the reason why there's not that much, the reason why there's really not Baby Yoda merch yet is because they made Disney agree not to trademark it and all that. Until,
Baby Yoda?
Yeah, like, or not trademark it, but like make like designs and toys and stuff like that until they
They had more time.
revealed.
Okay.
Because they knew that it would get out if
Yeah.
they didn't, if they were to like make a toy of it or something like that. Because how that usually gets out is, you know, like how just any information about Star Wars gets out is somebody will be like, oh, look at this toy that Disney made, it confirms this, you know? Like, fuck it, I don't know, like, look,
Yeah.
they made a ghost Anakin Skywalker toy for episode 9, guess he's gonna be in it. So it's like,
Of Hayden Christensen?
I don't know. But that wasn't real.
Oh.
I kind of hope I would like him to be in it though,
Yeah.
because I mean, getting a little Star Warsy, I guess, but like, because they're saying it's like episode 9 is going to be the culmination of all of it, which I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah.
but
I mean, they could, but it obviously, like.
I think in 15 years that episode 10 money's going to start calling them.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll make up another reason to just go back. Like.
But I think if it is truly going to be like the culmination of all 3 trilogies, they're gonna need a little bit more prequels, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Or Knights of the Old Republic. That's like what they really should do.
that. So
I know it's like difficult.
yeah, I don't know. I know the Game of Thrones guys were gonna do something similar.
Yeah.
But it was gonna be Origins of the Jedi. But anyways, so what the fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, with the whole Anakin, like, I'd love to see Anakin Skywalker in it and as just like a Force Ghost or something, or
Yeah.
Mace Windu or something like that, just as like you get a more solid timeline on like, okay, hey, this is the prequels, you know?
Yeah.
And here's the fucking original trilogy, and we're all wrapping it up into one here.
So in the Mandalorian, is he on Tatooine?
No, he's not. Which, honestly, I'm a little upset about. Not because I think Baby Yoda should be on Tatooine, but it's like, it gets a little old, you not seeing like any familiar Star Wars planets get revisited. Like,
Really?
yeah, like none of the planets in the Mandalorian which I think there's been 4 so far, have been recognizable.
Are they? Is there a desert one?
Yeah.
Is there a forest one?
Yep.
Is there a snowy one?
Yep.
Is there a lava one? Lava-y, rocky type?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are literally the 4 planets.
Yeah. That's what they keep making, like, and then, like, I don't know. Which, I mean, I understand it must be hard to come up with new concepts for planets, but it's just funny. It's like, new Tatooine. Like,
yeah. So it's like, I wish they would revisit some old planets.
mm-hmm.
Just because it's like, and I know it's a big galaxy, but at the same time, there's some planets that are like more hubs. Like, I don't know, the fact that, like, Coruscant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would consider that kind of hubby.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the central planet in the entire galaxy.
Really?
Yeah, and you only see it in the prequels. I mean, technically, you see it for like 10 seconds in Rogue One.
You do?
Yeah, like there's a flashback scene where you can't even see it, but like the director said, it takes place on Coruscant.
Okay. So, like, is there any type of urban environments in The Mandalorian? Because
not really, because it's
it's more rural. It's like a western, like everyone's saying.
Yeah, it's very much a western.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I like about the Star Wars universe, and what I truly believe would happen if, like, you were to have a galaxy like this, is like you'd have these little outpost type places where it's like, yeah, you have this super advanced, like, amazing technology, but also, like, people are going to gather at the hubs. You're going to get these planets like Tatooine or whatever that are just kind of straggly outpost types that don't have much people, and it's going to be overwhelmingly just like a nature gritty environment, you know?
Yeah.
And so I do think like that is a very reasonable thing to have in like a universe, because I've heard some people say like, oh, if all these planets are so advanced and stuff like that, then why is there still Tatooine and shit?
Why don't they marry Tatooine if they love it so much?
Yeah, sure. Anyways, but The Mandalorian, really fucking good.
So what do you like about it?
They do a really good job of incorporating elements from all the trilogies.
All of them?
All of them.
Okay.
So, like, it obviously takes place right after the original trilogy, so it's not like...
Wait, oh, you're talking about the prequels.
No, the original trilogy.
Really? I thought it... Oh, I'm thinking of the game. I'm thinking of the video game.
It takes place right after the original trilogy. So it's more centered in that.
Okay.
But it's like, they bring up the New Republic, which is a sequel thing. They also bring up, like, the Galactic Republic once, or, like, pre-Empire times. You see battle droids.
Bro.
That's not a spoiler. I'm not going to tell you how.
I don't... oh, wait. Is that the rolling things? The rolling ones?
Like, separatist battle droids in general.
Oh,
is
shit.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you where, which ones, or how, but you see them. They're in it.
Is it the Roger guy? Because he's the best.
I'm just not going to...
Roger.
But anyways, I guess you could consider mild spoilers for The Mandalorian, but nothing. We're not going to say any. I'm not going to say anything like big about it.
Mm-hmm. So there's only 4 out right now, 4 episodes. Mm-hmm. How long are they?
30 to 40 minutes.
Okay.
So they're not super long. I kind of wish they were longer, but I think like the 30 to 40 minutes really works.
Yeah.
But it's really good. It's been cool to see, like, every episode is directed by a different person, or at least so far they have been. So it's been really cool to see, like, different people's styles and takes on Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah, so, like, you've seen, like, the first episode was Dave Filoni, who's the guy that made the Clone Wars and Rebels and all the animated shows. He's the guy that, like, is the head of all of those shows.
Damn, okay. I just want to ask one question.
Yo.
Can you imagine living your entire life with the last name Filoni? People calling you Tony Baloney or whatever the fuck all
Dave
the time.
Baloney.
Yeah. Be like, that's not my fucking name.
I mean, I would sure like to live this guy's life. I mean, he gets
Yeah.
to like...
He has a cool last name.
He just like...
What else could you ask
He wears
for?
a cowboy hat. He's kind of a goofy motherfucker, but he wears a cowboy hat and just like does shit with Star Wars all the time. And he's like the executive producer of The Mandalorian and like...
We should have him on.
Bro, Dave Filoni, hop on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then they have... Oh gosh, I forget who directs the second one. But they've got... Bryce Dallas Howard directs the fourth episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Deborah Chow directs the third one.
How did
It's
I
just-
know there was going to be an Asian woman directing one of these? Unless she's not Asian and I'm racist.
She's Asian.
Okay.
She's also the person who's going to be directing the Obi-Wan series.
Oh shit. So that's
Yeah.
confirmed?
Yeah, it's confirmed. It was going to be a movie, but then Solo bombed really hard. And
Did it really?
It didn't bomb really hard, but it bombed by Star Wars standards. Like,
Yeah.
It only made $600 million.
Yeah.
You know? Where I guess on like a $150 million budget, you're expected to make more than that.
Yeah.
But no, that was really funny because all the people that like hated the sequels and all that, they were all the same people that really wanted an Obi-Wan movie, but they were also like, we're going to boycott Solo because that can't like turn on us. And
Yeah.
then they did it and it ended up costing an Obi-Wan movie, but it's still going to come in as a Disney Plus show.
Okay.
And Ewan McGregor is going to be back as Obi-Wan.
I mean, yeah, they
Yeah.
couldn't have anyone else.
Yeah, which I really enjoy Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan. Like, I just finished rewatching the prequels,
Yeah.
and it's like, there's not really any scenes where it's like, you could look at him and be like, he was the problem,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, if anything, he was just trying to resolve things.
And he made a lot of scenes better with his presence. I mean, obviously, on Mustafar in Episode 3, that's like his most iconic moment and one of the most iconic moments in Star Wars.
Yeah. Right along with the moment where Watto is talking to Qui-Gon and he's like, "Wah!"
I'm Toydarian, those don't work on me. Jedi mind tricks. He
Oh.
tries to mind trick him.
But you said I'm what?
Toydarian, that's his race.
Oh shit. Okay. Why didn't that work though?
I don't know, because it's like, it only works
Bullshit.
on weak-minded people, but somehow fucking Jewish
Watto.
space bugs are like immune to them.
Nice.
Anyways. No, but I think I'm really excited to see him with like good direction and a good script and all that, which hopefully it has.
The Watto solo movie?
Yeah, the Watto Solo movie.
Okay.
Not the Kenobi series. Fuck that.
Okay. What do you
but
think
yeah.
he's going to be doing? Do you think it's going to be set on Tatooine?
Yes. But, okay, so at the end of Episode 3, they kind of hint at something that they never go into, but it's like he's training to like commune with the dead.
Obi-Wan?
Yeah, because Qui-Gon found a way back from the Force.
Yeah, yeah. Is he the first one to ever do it?
Yeah.
Really?
And in the Clone Wars series, he kind of confirms that he can't really manifest himself because he didn't complete his training, but he can like speak to people.
Obi-Wan can't?
No, Qui-Gon.
Oh. So he can't manifest himself as a blue ghost.
Yeah, but he could still talk to people. I think it's like in a few places where he's like, that are extremely strong with the Force, he might be able to like manifest himself, you know?
Like in that blue form?
Yeah.
Okay.
But really he can just only talk to people. That's why you hear Qui-Gon's voice in Episode 2 when Anakin slaughters the Sand People.
He says, "Good job."
Yes.
That'd be cool. What does he say, though?
He just says, Anakin, no. It's like it's pretty obvious, like listening when you go back and watch it. I don't know how I ever missed it the first time.
I haven't seen episode 2 all the way through in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it either.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think it'd be funny if he just like really was on top of the mic and just like, Anakin, no.
Yeah.
Like as he's slaughtering the sand people.
Yeah. And so
True American hero.
Back into The Mandalorian, they've done just like a really good job kind of incorporating elements from all the trilogies. I've even said this, and it's not a spoiler really, but I'll say mild spoiler, but like a lot of the animation is very prequel-ish.
Animation?
I think it's done on purpose.
For like CG
CGI,
character?
yeah.
Okay.
Not even for CG characters, just like some of the backgrounds, it's prequel-ish. And I think it's done on purpose.
Like in quality?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, because you know Star Wars has the capability to make it like as good as humanly possible right now.
Yeah.
But I really think like some of the animation, and maybe this is completely wrong and I'm actually just shitting on the Mandalorian CGI artists, but like some of it does look very prequel-ish, and I do think it's done on purpose to kind of incorporate that feel into it.
I'd have to see it
Yeah.
to look, and I am gonna watch it. We're gonna like fully review the series near to episode 9's release.
Yeah. We'll do like we're talking about Star Wars a lot now, but we'll probably end up doing 2, maybe even like 3 like Star Wars episodes.
Wait,
Because
I didn't know about that
if
plan.
you were gonna, you were saying we're gonna fully review the series. That's like a whole ass episode, bro.
Damn, you right.
So,
Fuck.
But we'll end up doing a lot of Star Wars stuff.
Okay.
Even if it's just like, yeah, whatever.
I think we should just pitch our own TV series idea to Disney about Klax Drorgo, who lives on Coruscant and he's a mobster. Because that is like a part of it. I actually like watching like the prequels and shit. Seeing Coruscant, I want to spend more time there, and I just want to like see the streets and just.
Well, the original
1313 idea for that video game.
Oh yeah.
That's like what that was gonna be.
Well, also the first ever plans for a live action Star Wars show, and The Mandalorian ended up being the first live action Star Wars show. But the first plans for one was actually for that, like something based on like the Coruscant underground.
Yeah.
Back during the prequel area.
Did you know that I heard that like originally, whenever they were first thinking about a TV series, before that concept, they were gonna do kind of like a musical type thing.
You had me that time.
Damn. Okay. Cool.
You had me that time because you weren't doing your usual face you do when I know you're gonna say some bullshit.
Whatchamacallit? So like, I was just gonna say, whoever came up with the whole Baby Yoda idea, they should probably get a raise, just because like, whenever they were like, yo, wait, baby idea or Baby Yoda, we make him super cute. Like, you already know he got a raise that day. They were like, that shit's gonna suck.
Yeah, like
I hate it though. I'm already not a fan.
Really?
It's mostly just from social media. I see it everywhere, and it's not funny to me.
Just watch the show.
Yeah,
you won't
yeah.
hate it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, I can get how like it could be one of those things that's just kind of overwhelming, but like seeing I'm not tired of Baby Yoda. Like
I'm tired of seeing him. Like I saw a picture where he's wearing like a fur coat and like Tim's and a New York Yankees hat, and I was like, kill yourself.
Yeah.
That was my only reaction. Was just like, die.
Yeah, I still thoroughly enjoy anything to do with Baby Yoda.
I don't know why, but it's just like that's just how it strikes me now, and I'm just kind of like, fuck.
I hope that I would hate to see that negativity like carry into the series for you though, like because it's such a good show, and Baby Yoda is like a legitimately amazing part of it.
I'll probably enjoy the show, but who knows? With me, I'm very fickle, and if things are a certain way, then I won't like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hardly watch TV shows.
Yeah.
So like I would just say, I don't think there's too much more I can talk about without actually like getting into spoilers on
What's
it.
the body count right now?
The body count?
Yeah, how many people are dead?
Like main characters, or
No,
how many
just
people
how
has
many
the Mandalorian kills?
How many people have died on screen?
It's probably over 100.
God damn. Okay, in the first 4 episodes. Damn. Because I want to see some like action.
There's already been 2 fairly big battles.
Okay. Because he's gonna be like, I'm looking for Clobo Greeby, and they're gonna be like, oh, he's on planet Draxar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I would say the action in it is so amazing too. Like,
Okay. That's like what I'm looking for.
it very much is like just ultimate. Know the way I actually thought of it? There's one scene in the 3rd episode I won't talk about. It very much reminds me of like Terminator,
Really.
except, and it might even be shot specifically to emulate it. But
Really?
like, it reminds me a lot of Terminator, except the Mandalorian is Terminator.
Just a certain sequence.
It's just like the way it's cut, and like just the way, just how badass the Mandalorian is.
Do you think he's Boba Fett?
No, he's not.
Okay. That's
Because
just
that was
confirmed.
my theory right off the bat. Was I was gonna say the Mandalorian is actually what ended up becoming of the Boba Fett movie, and he just had to get like new armor or some shit after the Sarlacc pit, and that's gonna be the big reveal. Because there were a lot of people saying that there was gonna be a big spoiler at the beginning in the first episode, which there was, and so, but it ended up being Baby Yoda, not that he's Boba Fett.
I'm guessing he's protecting the Baby Yoda. Can't say.
That's too spoilery. I won't get into that.
Okay. I bet Jabba the Hutt has him.
Who knows? Most of the internet. It broke Stranger Things like streaming record. It has over 100 million people are watching it.
Is Stranger Things worth watching? Because I still haven't watched it, and apparently the newer seasons are whack.
I would say this past season probably is the weakest of all 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one episode in the 2nd season that you could just skip altogether because it's fucking horrible.
Okay.
It's like the 8th episode or something like that. And it plays almost no development. The only thing that happens is like the bitch comes back kind of emo.
The
Anyways,
bitch comes back kind of emo.
If you've seen Stranger Things, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I would say it's worth a watch.
Man, I just don't care about anything, like, any of that shit anymore. Like, it's just...
I would say it's worth a watch, but I wouldn't put it at like the top of like my like must-watch shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like maybe just outside the top 10.
Yeah, what I really might do, fuck all this new shit, I'm gonna just get into soap operas. Because, like, that's got a lot of content.
Bro,
you know what I
even
mean?
soap opera, I think...
There's like 50 years of a storyline.
like
that you
Days of
have to
Our
catch up
Lives.
with. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Days of Our Lives is the one that they just announced is going to end.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's actually a good reason for me to get
Like,
on.
They suspended, and it might be another one. It might be, I think the other big soap opera
General
is
Hospital?
General Hospital, yeah. One of those 2, they just suspended all of the contracts for the show, and it's going on an indefinite hiatus.
Damn, what the fuck are those actors gonna do?
I mean,
They do
Patrick
that every
Swayze's
day.
Brother, Patrick Swayze's brother, that's like the only thing he's famous for is being in one of those.
And we don't even know his first name.
Yeah, no, it's just Patrick Swayze's brother. You know Patrick Swayze went to Sanjak?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. That's where he went to school. You're
Damn,
not
is
from
he from
Houston.
Texas?
Yeah, he's from Houston.
I didn't know that at all.
If you're not from Houston, Sanjak is like a local community college that all the people from our high school went to.
Yeah, R.I.P. in peace, Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. R.I.P.I.P. But yeah, he went to Sanjak, and he's from Houston. Come on, man. You're better than that.
I don't know. I'll take any opportunity. Shit.
Running running out of steam already, bro?
Let's
You
see.
gotta have ideas.
Let's just get some ambient noise. Maybe that'll change our process.
Yeah, Trey lives right behind a strip center.
Yeah, a bunch of strippers. It's pretty fucking lit. I like it. Whatchamacallit? Do you want to talk about those Legos?
I was gonna say Black Widow.
Black
The
Widow?
trailer just
Okay,
came
yeah.
out. Yeah.
We can talk about that. I'm gonna close this now.
Yeah, no, please, dude. Jesus Christ.
I didn't feel like getting up.
Everybody's ears who's listening to this are going to like just explode at that part.
Just imagine whenever we hard cut to roller coaster sounds.
Yeah. Just know that however loud that door slam it ends up being in the final version, I made it quieter in editing and it's still gonna be that loud. Anyways, so no, the new Black Widow trailer dropped and it's like the first piece of content of Phase 4. Mm-hmm. And
it seems
interesting.
It's not very superhero-y.
Yeah, it's more of a spy thriller, it looks like. Which I'm cool with because The Winter Soldier
was like that.
Was very much a spy thriller. And I think that's a top 5 MCU movie.
Yeah, it's definitely in my top 5. I love that movie. Mm-hmm. That shit's cool.
And I was talking the other day to some people about how rare it is for Marvel to switch up the vibes in their movies.
Yeah.
And that's one of the few cases that they have. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really excited, even if it's just for that, just to see how different the vibe is in this movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, there were some stereotypical, in the trailer, there's some stereotypical Marvel stuff. Black Widow is just free falling through the air with like thousands of pieces of debris surrounding her and no parachute. And it's like,
is she gonna make it? Is she gonna die, bro?
Yeah. And so, well, she's already dead.
Fuck.
But yeah. Also, it's a really interesting choice to put Black Widow as the first movie in Phase 4 when she's already dead.
Well, I mean, it's probably just because of the fact that she's dead. I think it's still fresh in people's minds.
My guess is
But then again, anything Marvel drops is going to make money, so it's
Yeah.
like, they don't even need to fucking just...
My guess is that they're trying to, like, thematically separate, like, Phase 3 and Phase 4. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Would be just to, like... Because they're doing some weird stuff with Phase 4.
Really?
I mean, it just seems like they're like WandaVision, the show. It's going to be like half sitcom.
Wait, so how is Vision coming back?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
And like...
What happened to all the Infinity Stones?
Thanos destroyed them all. Like, their essence still exists within the universe. Because, like, the universe couldn't exist without them or whatever.
Yeah.
But they've been, like, shredded and torn apart. Like, the physical stones have been torn apart.
So now they're just out.
Yeah.
They'll manifest somewhere else, I guess.
That's my guess, is that, like...
They'll be like, it's the Infinity...
I'd still really like to see, like, the Infinity Stones, like a Avengers Illuminati deal.
Yeah.
I'd really like to see that storyline. Mm-hmm. And I think that what'll probably end up happening is that, like, at the end of, like, let's say Phase 5 or some shit,
Yeah.
the stones, like, come back and they have to decide how to, like, protect the stones so there's not another Thanos.
Yeah.
Because, like, in the MCU, like, pre-Infinity War, the stones were just kind of out there. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't just...
Well, you can tell nobody really knew up until that point.
It was just like, oh, this guy's got a stone, or, like, this stone's just kind of chilling here in, like, a tomb. It's like, Red Skull is defending this stone in the middle of space. You know, like, there's just tons of, like, the stones are just fucking out there.
Yeah. How did he explain the fact that he was the Grim Reaper of that place? Like,
he just said, so at the end of not the Winter Soldier, the first Avenger,
he gets sucked into the cube.
Yeah, and it transported him there.
And now, like, he just accepted that role.
Yeah, he became the keeper of... Honestly, it was probably hard acceptance, but by the time they show up in Infinity War, like, he had been there for 70 years already, so, like...
It's like, I'm not really doing anything, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
he's
bored.
like-
I'm happy y'all showed up, to be honest.
Yeah. I do kind of wish we could have seen the scene of Captain America returning the Soul Stone.
Yeah, but I mean, where it was, there was already. You couldn't have done that. It would just been too bloated. But I understand what you mean.
Yeah. I mean,
at that moment in the film,
you could make another movie about Captain America.
Absolutely.
Returning all the stones and Thor's hammer.
But it works better thematically to just have it be done off screen.
Yeah.
If they did some shit like that where we're making a Captain America series, I'd be like, kill yourself.
I don't know. I'd like to see it. I would say, like, if they're ever going to do another animated, like, because they're doing animation for What If. I would say if they're ever going to do another, like, animated show, I would think it would be cool to do it for that to be it.
Yeah.
But I think it would probably be a little bit of, like, a waste of money and maybe even time if it was, like, a movie.
Okay.
Like, animated show on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I'd be very down for that.
Yeah, one hentai segment required. Then after that, you can make,
Yeah, Captain America is returning the Reality Stone, and reality can be whatever he wants.
And then Captain Marvel shows up, and she's like, "Hey, good job, Captain America." And then, giant fucking tentacle monster.
Yeah.
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 Sex is had with the squid.
I heard a rumor that, like, apparently Captain Marvel is, like, has been considered the most unlikable superhero by Marvel.
Fuck yeah.
So the other movie that Spider-Man is going to be appearing in is going to be the second Captain Marvel. Because they announced he's coming back for 2 movies and one's not going to be his own.
And that's it?
Yeah.
So he's getting one more solo Spider-Man movie and Captain Marvel. And then he's done?
He's going to appear in it. It hasn't been confirmed that it's Captain Marvel, but it's like rumored that he's going to be in the next Captain Marvel. Mm-hmm. And his whole thing is just he's going to be like crushing on Captain Marvel the whole time.
Nice.
I don't know. You saw in Endgame when he's got the gauntlet and Captain Marvel walks up to him and she's like, "So what's your name?" And he's like, "Peter." And she's like, "You got something for me, Peter?" Mm-hmm. The first time I watched that, I was like, "This is a porn intro," like without a doubt.
Yeah.
Like first thing, like in the middle of the raging final battle, I was like, just imagining how this would go if it was a porn.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you couldn't write it better than that. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's just what we're going to get for Captain Marvel 2.
That would definitely be a different take.
It's
I think
going
that
to
would be
2 hours of Tom Holland clapping Brie Larson's cheeks.
That would be an interesting film. I'm not going to lie.
And Zendaya walks in at the end.
Can you imagine Marvel? Damn. No, that's how the movie ends. Yeah. And then it's like, coming next year. Coming next year.
You are now entering the cum zone.
Oh my god. But yeah, so overall, how would you rate The Mandalorian first 4 episodes? Ooh. 4 out of 4. Or out of 4.
Wow. Out of 4?
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't say this lightly. I would give it 4 out of 4.
Damn, so it's just okay. I hope here's the thing. I want to be impressed. I want to like things. It just so happens that whenever I watch shit,
here's the thing.
I don't like it.
This show has been impressing people who like have not been impressed with fucking anything Star Wars has done.
Okay.
You know? Like this show, people who like, I always joke on Twitter, I say, you're not a real Star Wars fan unless you hate Episode 6, the prequels, Rogue One, Solo, the sequels, and everything else. And
only like the novels.
Yeah. It's like you only like Episode 4, Episode 5, and the old extended universe.
Yeah, and that's it.
But like, no, like, I always joke about that, but everybody seems to really like The Mandalorian. Like, people like OT fanboys that think just everything outside of the original trilogy is garbage. Mm-hmm. They seem to like it. Prequel fans, because those are a thing, they seem to like it. Sequel fans seem to like it. Just everybody seems to like it. Like, there hasn't been... I haven't really seen a negative opinion. I've seen a few people nitpick. Yeah. But even then, they've said that they've been like, yeah, I'm nitpicking. Like,
I mean, shit. Then I'm gonna mooch off your Disney Plus account or Dylan's, and I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. And we should definitely do like a full like spoiler review at some point.
How many episodes are in the first season?
It's 8 or 10. I really don't.
Whenever
remember.
I guess I'll watch them all like next time we have some time. But yeah,
because it's just. I mean, I would say it's that good. You know.
Have you ever listened to the Steel Wars podcast?
No, I haven't.
Because apparently that's a whole Star Wars dedicated podcast. So
I could do a Star Wars dedicated podcast.
Oh, well, there's one for you to listen to.
Yeah.
I heard about it a while back, but I'm just now bringing it up.
Yeah, no, I would totally... As is, I would want to make a push for more Star Wars episodes.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Fuck it. I'll oblige since we're already... we're going to do an episode 9, and then I'll do a Mandalorian. Will that quench your thirst?
Will that quench my thirst? Who knows? Maybe it'll only make me thirstier.
Okay. We'll have to wait till Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And the Ewoks.
I will say, I have been wanting to make... both for Marvel and Star Wars, I've been wanting to make like a ranked podcast where we rank the movies.
Okay, that would actually be pretty easy.
And I know we almost did the Marvel one.
But that's just too many, and too many of them blend together for me.
I think we could do like a top 10 Marvel movies and then like...
Yeah.
List some honorable mentions that barely missed the cut.
Yeah. Wait. So, is there any info when the Ewok series is going to come out?
Bro, the Ewok series has been in production for so long.
Damn.
It's George Lucas's last baby at Lucasfilm.
Really?
And
they still let him do something?
Apparently they actually let George Lucas do a lot.
They're like, what do you think about this, George? You, the man with the best taste, the best choice making abilities. What do you think?
Baby Yoda hasn't farted on screen yet. That needs to change.
Start farting.
Hey, babe. Do you smell that? Me neither. Start farting.
Hell yes. Wait, there was one other thing that I think was a genuine question. But I can't remember it now. Do you think... I hope Boba Fett shows up. But then dies again immediately.
He just shows up like... Hey guys, I'm Boba Fett, and just immediately gets fucking shot from behind.
No, he shows up to the Mandalorian, he's like, Oi, you stole my fucking hammer! And then he just gets blown up. Or however his voice goes.
It's much more gruff than that.
No, it isn't. It's a new universe now. I'm the voice actor.
It's not a new universe.
He said, I got eaten by a fucking desert plant.
By fucking... No, I'm not even gonna try. That right off the bat, that was so bad. I was gonna say by a didgeridoo, but like...
By a damn didgeridoo.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My accents are either really on or just like off. And
I think...
that one was off.
They could do a Boba Fett... Alright, Season 2. Season 2 of The Mandalorian.
Boba Fett versus the Mandalorian.
Boba Fett shows up, but he only has a boomerang. That's his new weapon. You think I'll need me a special space blaster?
I will say, Dave Filoni, so they asked him about Boba Fett, and he was like super non-committal about it.
So,
Boba Fett.
I don't know.
I mean, not that bad, but like, I wouldn't be shocked if we see him.
Yeah, I feel like they are going to. What about Django?
Like Django's been dead.
He got decapitated.
Sam Jackson cut his head off.
Yeah.
Also, looking back at it, that is the most like anticlimactic like fight in the prequels.
Yeah, they literally cut. He like swings his sword and it cuts away, and then his head's on the ground.
Because it's like Jango Fett versus Obi-Wan is like a good fight.
Yeah.
And then Jango Fett versus Mace Windu is they avoid the fucking stampeding bull thing, and then
Stampeding
Jango.
bull?
Yeah. In the Colosseum.
Okay.
And then Jango charges Sam Jackson, or Sam Jackson charges Jango.
And he said, "Oh hell no, motherfucker!" and then cuts his head off.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's so anticlimactic.
I wanna make my own specialized DVD release of episode 2, and nothing has changed besides you add him saying, "Oh hell no, motherfucker," and then he cuts his head off. That's the only difference in the movie.
Here's the thing: Sam Jackson, being Sam Jackson, probably was saying shit like that while he was filming.
I wonder. I mean, how much of that is like the character Sam Jackson? You know what I mean? Or like, does he really like? Some of that has to be genuine.
Yeah.
But it is a character.
I read a thing about, like, it was talking about, like, which celebrities are, like, which celebrities, people's interactions with celebrities, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing I read about Sam Jackson was that he's, like, apparently he just fucking loves talking about porn.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, a
So
lot.
that Captain Marvel Spider-Man movie is going to be
Yeah.
a treat for him.
Directed by Sam Jackson.
Wow.
Nick Fury walks in just like,
Nicolas
hey,
Cage.
I know my 2 favorite recruits aren't doing this without me.
When are they going to introduce Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider into this universe?
Good God.
I would
That
fucking
would
love
be
that.
fantastic.
Yeah. 4?
They have announced there's a movie in development.
For real?
Yeah, they announced a Fantastic Four movie is in development, and they announced movies containing mutants are in development. But
Containing mutants.
He didn't say X-Men, yeah.
Make X-Force.
Bro, I was actually kind of looking forward to the X-Force movie, and now it's like not gonna happen.
Yeah. I mean, they'll make something the equivalent.
I mean, Deadpool 2.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That was the X-Force movie.
Not really, but like...
But it kind of was. Not really.
I just was not expecting that. I was like, oh, they're getting the X-Force together, and then there's gonna be a whole movie about it. And then they all just fucking died. Yeah, sorry if you haven't seen Deadpool 2, but...
Yeah.
The X-Force is literally, like, nothing in that movie. Like... You should have seen Deadpool 2 by now. I don't know what to tell you, Chief.
Yeah, you listen to this podcast.
Also, going back to Solo, like, Solo released a week after Infinity War, and the same week as Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, why isn't it making as much money as the other movies that released in December with nothing else around it? Like, Solo would have hit $1 billion if it didn't come out at the same fucking time as Infinity War.
Really?
I would say probably.
They really could have just held off.
Because Solo actually isn't that bad of a movie. Like, a lot of people... I remember the early reports were super on and off. Like, I would hear, like, oh, it's, like, gonna be it's the greatest script that Star Wars has ever made.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also heard, like, oh, but it's also, like... fucking horrible, and when Disney first saw it, they like immediately got it recut and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and so
I've heard both. I've heard like, oh, it's ass, and I've heard some people say it isn't that bad.
I would say, and this is what I was told because I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it in theaters, which is the first Star Wars movie since The Phantom Menace that I haven't watched in theaters.
Damn.
But yeah, like. I was just told, like, go in, like, don't go in with expectations of, like, a Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, don't hold it to that standard. And if you don't hold it to that standard, you'll have a good day. You'll have a good time.
Just watch a movie.
Yeah. But if you try and hold it to, like, a trilogy standard,
mm-hmm.
it's not gonna, like, pass.
Yeah.
And I think, I agree with that a lot. It's just... It's not as good, but it's really cool. Lando, like, Donald Glover as Lando is fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't he like dating the robot?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I mean, it's always...
They have to add some gay 21st century shit that was definitely not a part of the original character.
I mean, you know, Billy D. Williams just like came out as like gender fluid and shit like that. I've always thought of Lando like that, like
Really?
just like I'm gonna fuck everything.
Even robots.
Yeah, because I think they
Coochie
said,
bot, cumbot.
they said they were like, he said that Lando was pansexual before the thing, and at first I was like, okay, this is just kind of like them saying, hey, look, we have a gay character. But then Donald Glover was like, look, man, it's fucking space. Like, I'm just gonna be fucking everything. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but if you have standards in Star Wars and like you expect Lando not to be fucking everything, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, he's fucking his robot.
Nice. Robot GF.
Yeah. There's kind of an awkward scene where one of them is like, how would that even work? And she just goes, oh, it works. And I'm like...
You know who, out of the whole Star Wars universe, you know who I really see going out and just pounding puss on the weekends?
Who?
Qui-Gon. He seems like the type of guy that would just kind of be like, hey, Obi-Wan, I'm gonna go off. And he goes and picks up some Coruscant prostitutes.
Master, you'd be on the council by now. Yeah, I mean, Qui-Gon is like very much like a I'm gonna do my own shit Grey Jedi type.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he seems...
I don't know if he's pounding prostitutes.
In my headcanon version of Qui-Gon, he was pounding some prostitutes.
Bro, I really want to see more Coruscant shit in Star Wars.
They might. Hopefully they do it in the last couple episodes of the Napoleon.
Napoleon.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah. The Metropolitan.
The Metropolitan.
No, just because it's such a... The underground is such a cool like thing to explore there. Because it's literally underground. Because Coruscant is like 900 layers thick of just...
City,
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all city. And so when you talk about the underground, you're literally talking about like going to the base levels of the city.
Yeah.
So,
Is the whole planet a giant city?
Yeah.
That's fucking ridiculous. Sci-fi is cool.
Yeah, no.
I like how the planets are pretty much countries.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, that's how it would end up being. Like, I mean, imagine, like, right now...
And then it would just be like...
discovered a bunch of habitable planets, like, already know the Muslims would be like, fuck it, we want our own planet.
We want the oil planet.
Damn. Was that from the Muslim or the American perspective?
I don't know. I just heard Muslim and said oil.
But... But no, like, you already know people would just be like, okay, I'm going to go to these planets where my ideologies are more prevalent, so that way I don't have to deal with these asshats on my own planet.
But then you show up to the planet and the Gloop Glorks are like... And you're like,
But then you just show the Gloop Glorks the might of Allah, and now you've got a planet full of Muslims.
So, Hulk praises Allah on Ramadan or some shit.
But... yeah, I mean, it's cool. And Coruscant is supposed to be like future Earth, because Coruscant is the human homeworld.
Damn, I'd like to see that. I'd like to see some sort... I want episode 9. I want them to have a moment where they're like, yo, we're about to like see a glimpse back in time, and then it cuts to like...
A million years ago on Coruscant.
And it's like modern day Earth. That would be like... no fucking way.
Well, Coruscant is also... I'm not 100% sure if I've told this on the podcast. Have I told you about how Star Wars, like, almost started? Like, what almost canonically...
I've heard a lot of different stories. Like, I've heard it was originally Mace Windy.
Okay, not that. Although that is true. But no. The way Star Wars, like... I mean, like, the canonical start of the universe was, like... Originally, it was George Lucas's other series.
Oh, yeah.
And they, like, transported from Earth, and they went through, like, some wormhole and ended up in the Star Wars galaxy. which it took them back in time and space.
Can you imagine them trying to do... I don't think Star Wars would be a thing if they tried to do that. I think it'd be too complicated.
Well, it was going to be a comic book, not a movie.
Then it's still... Star Wars would not be a thing.
And it was struck down at the last second. Like, it became like an Elseworlds story, basically.
Yeah. Okay. I actually know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, it became like a non-canon story. Like, there's also non-canon stories. There's a non-canon story of, like, Han Solo and Chewbacca, like, their hyperdrive, like, went wild and it took them to a completely different galaxy, which was our galaxy.
Mm-hmm. And then they landed on Earth.
They landed on Earth, and Han Solo died, and Chewbacca ended up becoming Bigfoot. Like, that's who everyone...
And Indiana Jones finds him, right?
Yeah, Indiana Jones finds him.
Which is funny. Because, he was played by the same actor.
Wow, it's almost like that might have had something to do with it.
Bro.
Crazy, bro.
No, fuck. I thought that was just a crossover.
Dude, fuck. And then Blade Runner comes up.
And yes, John Blade Runner.
Yeah.
And then the president from that one movie when he jumps off the river, the waterfall, that Harrison Ford, he's the president and he jumps off the waterfall.
What movie is that?
I think it's called... Fuck, what is it called? Oh my god. I know what this movie's called. The Fugitive? I think.
I've heard of a movie called The Fugitive. So
there's like this part where Tommy Lee Jones is like pointing a gun and he's like, "Boy, don't you jump off that thing!" And he's like, "Fuck you, Tommy Lee."
Yeah, and then
go back to Japan.
In that moment, you just see 4 Harrison Fords pointing at each other like the Spider-Man meme.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we should make that a real movie.
Hell yeah.
Like, fuck it.
But they're all old.
Yeah.
Either that or we get the CG renderings of younger Harrison Ford talking to modern old Harrison Ford.
I feel like CG renderings of Harrison Ford would be like the most terrifying thing ever.
I think on set being there with Harrison Ford during that shoot would be the most terrifying thing ever.
He fucking hates CGI stuff like that too, though.
Yeah. Can you imagine? They're like, yeah, you have to do this movie.
Harrison Ford is such an old asshole, but I kind of like it.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Like, he always claimed that he fucking hated Star Wars.
Yeah, he crashed an airplane on a golf course.
Yeah.
That was pretty lit.
He did say he did like episode 7, or by the time episode 7 came around, he apparently liked Star Wars.
He said, "Yeah, it's not that bad."
It's like, oh, you were only like one of the biggest.
It just took me 40 years.
Fucking Alec Guinness hated Star Wars. He thought Star Wars
was that like, Grand Moff Tarkin?
No. That's OG Obi-Wan.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
He fucking hated Star Wars. Like, he thought Star Wars was the stupidest shit of all time. Like, and he would openly tell people that. And they still gave him, like, $10 million to appear as Obi-Wan in episode 5 and 6.
I mean, shit.
Shut up, old man.
I was about to say, he's like, I hate it, but $10 million.
Like, he would just go around in interviews and they'd be like, so, the new Star Wars is coming out. And he'd be like, it's a bunch of fairy tale bullshit. Like, it's so dumb.
Like, thanks.
Yeah. I mean,
next interview.
Star Wars is the most iconic fucking, like, movie series of all time. And yet, multiple of its biggest actors have openly fucking despised it.
Would you say... What could be bigger?
Obviously, Marvel.
Yeah, I guess just numbers-wise.
I mean...
Well, I mean, if you're talking about iconic...
Iconic Star Wars is more iconic just because it's been around so long.
Well, what's the most recognized film all over the world? Probably like Godfather or some shit?
No,
maybe.
I would bet all over the world, I would bet it's Star Wars or Avengers. It would be one of the 4 that's crossed 2 billion.
Avatar.
Star Wars, Avatar, Titanic, Avengers.
Damn, what's the most iconic?
Well, here's the thing. The one that crossed
that's hard to
quantify was
quantify.
episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the most iconic series is Star Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe the most recognizable might be Marvel, though, just today.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I mean, that shit is honestly probably impossible. But Disney owns them both, so.
Yeah.
And they own Avatar. Yeah, Disney owns the next. I mean, technically they own the first one, but the fucking Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 that are all coming out.
How long until Disney buys Warner Brothers so they own DC as well?
Disney's just gonna own everything one day.
Yeah.
Like,
and then we have to blow up their corporate building.
Yeah. For the longest time, they were just like, people were like, no, Disney, you can't buy Fox because that would be a monopoly. And then
And they said, don't worry, we'll do it.
Worry not, citizens.
Yeah, pretty much.
But then what ended up happening was they were like, okay, well, technically it's not a monopoly if we let Fox News stay its own thing. Because, well, no, it's true. Because they own ABC, so they couldn't also own ABC's competitor.
Yeah.
So Fox News is actually still like its own separate thing from...
They should change it to fucking Box News.
Oh.
Or Fax News.
Fax News. But, I mean, fucking Disney, they're just our almighty overlords. We have no control over it.
And with that being said, we will end this podcast
Okay,
with a solid Hail Disney.
Hail Disney. Hail Amazon. Hail Google.
Yeah.
Should I throw Facebook? Hail Facebook. Fuck it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hail Coca-Cola and McDonald's.
Hell yeah. Walmart.
Yeah,
Bilderberg
Walmart.
Corporation.
What?
Bilderberg Corporation.
What is that?
I'll show you a picture.
Okay. Yeah. Just
shout out to the Rothschilds.
The Chinese government, the Clintons.
Yeah.
Prince Andrew.
All them bitches. The Jesuits, the lizard people that are living inside the earth.
The guy that killed John F. Kennedy.
Epstein.
Yeah, shout out all of those people. Please don't kill us.
Yeah.
Please just do whatever you're going to do after we die.
Bro, should I fart in the mic right now?
Don't.
Okay.
On our ASMR shit.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this needs to end. But yeah, thank you for listening.
Yeah, we have stickers. Remember that?
Yeah, if you like this podcast, please buy a sticker.
Yeah, they like it. One, it shows us a little bit of love.
Yeah,
but two, like it actually like would, even if it's just a small way, like financially support the podcast and shit. So
well, that and I mean, yeah, just stickers are cool, you know.
Yeah, I do love stickers. Put it on your laptop, your water bottle, your Xbox,
your car,
your baby.
Oh.
Get a tattoo of it.
On your baby.
If you get your baby tattooed, we'll have you on the podcast. That's all.
If you get a tattoo on yourself or your baby.
I can't guarantee yourself, but if you
I'm pretty sure if you tattoo a baby, you're going to be going to jail.
Maybe. What if no one ever has to find out that you tattooed the baby?
That's true.
Like, you can just take it, buy a tattoo gun and some ink, go into your bathroom, do some tattoo tutorials real quick.
Here's the thing.
Tattoo your baby.
They circumcise babies and they're fine. They don't remember that shit. So they ain't going to remember a tattoo.
They're not online yet. That's why people pierce their ears when they're that young, too. Like,
yeah.
They're not conscious.
Well, that ain't shit. Yeah. That ain't shit. Piercing ears?
I mean, it still kind of hurts.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, compared to... Well, alright, so you know that one, like, picture where it's, like, that baby and he's getting a chest tattoo? He was taking it like a fucking man. Like, he's just watching the dude, like, do the work.
I will say I don't know that picture.
Really? I'll try to find it. I don't know if it's real, but, like, if it is, that someone tattooed a fucking baby, gave him an entire chest piece, and he was taking it like a man.
That shit would look so bad by the time... It would be so stretched out and shit by the time you're grown up.
Wait, But if it's the same body you have, wouldn't it just grow with you?
No, because the ink, still the same amount of ink.
No.
The ink would not multiply with the skin.
Growing is a trip, man. How do you start off all small and shit? How do you have how does that work?
I was 5 pounds when I was born. My mom is 5'1". I am now 6'2", and it's
how did you grow? How did you get more skin?
I came out of my mom somehow.
Well, you have more skin than you did when you were a baby.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
You produce over 6,000 pounds of skin throughout your lifetime.
How did your bones grow? That's
cellular
just
generation.
This is how we're ending the podcast. We were about to end it, and now we're talking about growing.
Bro, no, I was reading this statistical thing about all the liquids and stuff you use. Apparently you will shit over 25,000 pounds in your lifetime.
I believe it. That's liquid shit or just shit?
Shit.
Okay.
It's 12.5 tons.
They said 12.5 tons of regular shit. 3.5 tons of that is going to be straight diarrhea.
Yeah. You will produce over...
Depending on where you live in the world, the diarrhea level could be larger.
You'll produce 6,000 pounds of tears, or gallons of tears.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you cry them all.
Yeah, I mean, some of it would be from cry laughing or yawning.
Do you cry when you yawn?
Whenever you yawn really hard, yeah, I my eyes water sometimes. That's
never happened to me.
I feel like that's a pretty normal thing. You've never had and then you get a little bit of. That's never happened.
If it has, I just don't notice it.
Really? I mean, I've noticed it enough to where I had to wipe my eyes. Maybe your eyes are just not wet enough.
I have dry ass eyes. That's why I wear glasses. It's not because
what would glasses do for that? Add moisture.
Dude,
they have a little spritzer.
My glasses have that thing they have in grocery stores for the vegetables.
Yeah,
they just do that to my eyes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
just use some eye drops.
Bro.
Instead of building your own specific water shooting eyeglasses.
Bro, have you ever, there's one brand of eye drops that I fucking love.
Visine?
No,
Visine's
Rotos.
Rotos?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's eye drops.
Oh.
They're really good eye drops.
They're all kind of the same.
No, these
Visine
wake you up.
Really? Oh, do they sting your shit?
But in a good way.
I love having my eyes
It's minty.
Minty eye stinging.
It wakes you up. Just trust me on this. I used to use them when I was going hunting. And so, before, if I was really tired and, my eyes were just all crusty as fuck when I just woke up, I just...
You would just be sleeping in the blinds?
No. What? No, because you gotta get up to go hunting at, 4 in the morning sometimes.
Listen. I'm a hunter. I know how this works.
Are you?
You go to the stand and you're with your uncle and you start getting really sleepy and then you wake up a couple hours later and you feel kind of weird but you're okay and then you shoot some deer and your uncle's like, you need some Rotos eye drops? ?
I don't even know where to start with that one.
Oh, hey, you know what we should do?
What?
We need to have an episode where me and you just write stories, and then we just tell the stories on the podcast.
Story episode? Story time with Trey and Collin?
Yeah, but it can be about anything.
Anything?
Anything. Okay.
Also, Herbie Fully Loaded review coming soon.
Yeah, that'll probably be next one, maybe?
I don't even know, because... I know next week, I have a friend that has, I'll say it, because he's been on before. Zach is talking about coming down to do a podcast with us.
Yeah. Ask him if he wants to watch Herpes Fully Loaded.
Yeah, bro. Maybe.
So we can all get loaded up on Herbie.
Cut for Herbie.
We'll cut ourselves on the podcast.
I don't know, because we just had a run of like 6 straight podcasts where we had guests.
Mm-hmm.
Which was,
That's why we felt like we needed to just do one of these where we don't. It's just me and you, and we don't set shit up. Because if you can't tell, we wing this.
Yeah, I had like 7 things written on my phone.
We only got through like one of them, or did we?
I think we covered all of them.
You really? Oh shit! I just saw you look at it once, so I figured you just.
The one thing we didn't cover was
we ain't
Robert
gonna cover
Pattinson Batman.
Well, let's cover that next episode.
Okay. We could definitely do that. But also, I mean, yeah, I don't even know what's coming soon because I have like so many ideas for shit that I want to do.
Yeah, we just got to write it all down, then check off the list.
Yeah, and so it's like I definitely want to do some Star Wars shit. I want to like have some more guests on. I want to review Herbie. Story time sounds cool.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, fuck it. I don't even know.
Oh hell yeah.
Are you just gonna?
No, I agree.
I was just like, are you just gonna go? Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! Like after everything.
I was doing that on purpose, but at the same time, I was listening and agreeing. So
I also am listening and agreeing with your statement.
Okay, so thank you for listening.
10 minutes later,
yeah, we had a little
actual ending. Yeah, buy our stickers. Thank you for listening. Like,
share with a friend.
Smash the like button. Share with the friends. Subscribe, review us on iTunes, bro.
5 stars.
5 stars, but like leave a review. Tell us.
Yeah, they'll know it's fraudulent if you don't at least say this podcast.
Yeah,
made me nut. I don't know.
Okay.
ASMR. I don't know. Some people get turned on by that shit. I don't know.
I could go into a whole shit about like I can't.
Dreamy, creamy ASMR.
Bro, I can't do sexual ASMR. Like, that does...
I could.
No.
You don't really need to do... It's all sound.
If I watch ASMR, I usually watch
Just get you
dudes.
a cantaloupe. You watch dudes?
For ASMR, yeah, because it takes the sexual aspect out of it.
Okay, I feel that. I haven't seen any dude ASMR. It's all been females. I haven't watched any ASMR, but like anything I see related to it is only women.
Yeah, no, there are a few dudes.
I like that black lady that just eats like pickles. That bitch is funny.
That shit like disgusts me.
It's gross, but it's funny as fuck.
Yeah. No, like I'll watch it seriously every now and then, like if I really can't sleep.
Okay, we actually have to end it now.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.